Hey everybody, check out my new super heavy duty workbench, but as you can see it's got no legs on it. It's fully suspended. How did I do it? Well, let's go right back to the very beginning and check out each stage. First up, we want to set up the levels, in this case 900 above the floor, which is pretty typical of bench height. Kitchen benches typically are 900 above the floor, and I'm going to do the same with this workbench. Find the studs for good fixing, then make up a frame for the bench top, and in this case I'm going to be 2150 by 600, so I'm going to need two pieces at 2150 front and back, and then two side pieces. I want to end up with 600. Take off the front and back measurements, 35 each, leaves me with 530. Prepare ourselves for the fixing by the bugle batten screws by pre-drilling. Once the frame is all fixed off, it's a matter of lifting it up into place. In my case, I have the convenience of having an adjustable bar stool, so it's going to support one end while I screw off the other. I'll make it all nice and level with the marks on the wall that I've already put in place. Now it's a matter of moving on to the diagonal supports. Once this bottom plate's in place, then it's a matter of working out all these weird angles that these two uprights are going to have. There are various ways of getting these interesting angles, one of which is to use a bevel and set it all up according to the angles. Use a straight edge, find your points, and set up your angles like that. I'm in the very fortunate position of having this interesting tool, which comes from the old days when I used to pitch roofs. This is the tool that was used for props and ridge supports, purlins, all sorts of things like that. So you just set it up at the different angles, at the point that you want, fix it all off, and you instantly have your angle and your length that you want. A very handy tool, but not really needed that much these days. Here's my snug as a bug in a rug fit with all the different angles. Let's see how it fits. That is perfect. I can lean on that, that's not going to go anywhere. That is super strong, super heavy duty. Now it's just, I'll do another one up the other end and put the top on, and there's no legs underneath. I've got a free space underneath. What I've also got to do now though, it's screwing it off, all sorts of different angles, different ways, just to make it doubly strong. I really like this idea. I hope you do too. Let's see how it ends up. For the bench top, I'm using general purpose flooring. I've got a sheet 1800 by 900. I'm going to cut it down into strips of 600 long, so they'll end up being 600 by 900. I'll get two full sheets like that, and the offcut will fill in the end gap. Then on the front, I just place a 2x1 or 42 by 19 pine to give it a finishing edge. There you go everybody. As you can see, it fully supports my complete load. I planted on the 2x1 on the front to keep that front edge safe against any bumps. It's been extremely cheap, probably all up less than $50 to make it in materials, and yeah, got that clear space underneath, which is what I was aiming for, which is behind the idea of the whole project. Nice free space underneath that I can get a broom into, I can get a blower, just blow the whole thing out, and very practical in my opinion. Stay tuned for more DIY. I've got more things coming up with shelving and all sorts of other stuff. I'll see you all again very soon. Bye.